19 First Alert forecast. Certified most accurate since 2004.
It's going to be another gorgeous day, feeling a lot more like summer than spring. I'm actually hoping I can get a little sun today.
Yes, some sun peeking out there for sure, and the very warm temperatures are going to be with us these next couple of days. 80 degrees officially yesterday, but how about 84 for today? Look at how quickly our temperatures are going to rise, and it really hasn't been all that cool this morning. Are going to be near 70 degrees here in the next 45 minutes, and yes, we'll be eyeing the mid-80s for this afternoon. We're partly cloudy and still breezy today. It's a southwest wind, 10 to 20 miles per hour. Could see an occasional gust or two up to 30 miles per hour. And other than just a spotty shower or thunderstorm, most of us are going to stay dry through the day. And even if you do see one of those, it's not going to last very long. So no major interruption to any outdoor plans. Current temperatures right now, very warm, already near 70 in Menor. Don't worry about the heavy winter jackets or even the coats for their morning church services because this is a rather warm and rather almost muggy start. Humidity, you may notice it being up a little bit anyway these next couple of days. Southwest breeze right now already between 5 and 15, even up to 20 miles per hour there out in Mansfield. So occasional stronger winds at times, but either way, breezy and warm is going to be the name of the game today. Here's a look at First Alert Doppler. Nothing going on right now in our immediate viewing area. We've had a couple light showers zipping past Ashtabula County earlier. Now I'm watching some of these showers that have been developing down towards Lima, moving off to the north and east. These may end up clipping parts of Erie County here within the next couple of hours. Maybe Sandusky gets on a brief shower, but I'd say most of the activity today is actually going to be focused along and east of I-77. So that would include Cleveland for perhaps a brief shower today, but otherwise not much going on. Cold front is draped just to our north. Eventually we're going to see it cross and see pieces of that active weather that the central part of the country has been seeing. Right now, not looking at any type of major severe weather, but it's just going to be something that we need to watch for tomorrow afternoon and evening when some storms develop and that front nears, because it will be very warm. It will be a bit more humid, and that's two things that storms like to feed off of. So here's a look at First Alert Future View. Not much going on today. You can see maybe a pop-up shower or two later this afternoon. Otherwise, we're quiet overnight into your Monday morning. Much of Monday will be quiet. Sunshine will be out. Temperatures will soar. And then watch Monday late afternoon. Here's 5 o'clock. Notice some storms developing off in our western counties, marching off to the east towards sunset. This is 8, and it's not out of the question that a couple of these storms may be stronger. Some heavy rain, some small hail as they move through, and then we'll just see some lingering lighter showers into Tuesday morning before we dry out Tuesday afternoon. So very warm, summer-like the next couple days. Right now, no First Alert weather day in effect tomorrow. Not high enough confidence for one yet, but make sure you stay tuned. We'll issue updates as new data comes in as necessary, and then not really cooling down for the rest of the week either. A couple more 80-degree days for the first couple days of May. We're dry, and then a little bit cooler as we head into the upcoming weekend.